Hey there. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. So it happened, right? Another shooting, a big one this time, Orlando. And the typical response is not to blame the shooter, not to blame his religion of hate, or as I've heard people say, the religion of pieces. No. It's to blame the gun, right? It's wrong, according to these twisted people that control our media and our government. It is wrong to blame all Muslims, but it's okay to blame all gun owners. They are going to do everything they can. They never stop, never stop trying to take your guns. That's not really new, right? I mean, it's not like I just gave you some insight that you're like, wow, that's really deep there, Pastor Joe. Obviously, if you don't have your guns that you need and want, and the ammo, and the spare parts, and the stuff that goes with them, if you don't have that by now, you are way behind the power curve. Have you considered buying guns for your kids? You know, your 3-year-old, your 5-year-old, who someday will be 16 and big enough to adequately handle it. Some of you people have the means to buy firearms for your grandchildren. I suggest you do so. And the ammo. I'll probably have to do a video here on caching. And you know, a decent comment when one talks about caching guns is when most people say it's time to cache guns, that's when it's time to get them out. But the thing about caching is it allows you to not keep all your eggs in one basket. So that if something happens, fire, burglars, whether they're burglars from the hood or burglars, you know, that come in a black Bearcat, all dressed in black with balaclavas and helmets on. I mean, we've gone beyond common sense, right? I mean, it just makes me wonder about how much true evil is out there. The common sense answer is not to say, let's take guns. The common sense answer is to say, we need to arm more people. More people need to be armed. I read something that said, and I didn't read the whole article, and it said, oh, well, you're gonna start seeing more metal detectors, wands, and sniffing dogs at public events. I won't go. If I can't take my firearm, I won't go. I'm not the problem. People don't need to fear me with a firearm if they're good people. And then it says something about the mindset of a packed club of men. And some dude comes in even with a very loud rifle or whatever, you know, because it's scary, right? Oh, it's so scary. I was terrified. I'm thinking it's a dance club. It was probably pretty crowded, right? When the guy started shooting, there were probably people around him, right? Run to the sound of the guns. Bam! I mean, come on. What do you got to lose? You're just going to let him go, oh, don't shoot me. Let me tell you something. Avoid going to crowded areas. That's always a good one. Try to be armed all the time and know how to adequately use your firearm. I mean, the last thing you want to do is start shooting at a terrorist and kill a 3-year-old girl, right? But if it comes to it, you need to go. You need to fight. You know, I don't care if it's just your hands. Pick something up, throw it, throw your drink in their face, and then pow. Follow that up. Get people to pile on. One dude with an AR cannot fight 50 guys if they want to fight. People kind of figured that out on airplanes. You know, I used to be able to carry my knife on an airplane, and then some guys brought box cutters on and killed people, and then, you know, now you can't even bring a little pocket knife on an airplane, or I guess they changed it. You can bring a little one. You can't bring the kind of knives I carry on an airplane. But do you know what would happen if somebody stood up with on an airplane? And heck, I got these pants on. Check this out. This is a pretty violent knife, right? Ooh, it's scary. It's big. It's got a sharp point. Ah! Do you know what would happen if I stood up on an airplane with this knife and yelled, Allah Akbar, I'm taking this airplane for Allah? Real men would get up and pummel me to death. Yeah, I may cut a couple of them. I'm not cutting 50 of them. That's all it takes. You just got to go. Sometimes it's time to fight. You have to be mentally prepared to do that. They're coming for the guns. They certainly are. Get your guns. Get them zeroed. Zeroed. When you buy a gun, the sights don't necessarily line up where you need them to for your body. Get your firearm zeroed. That means you have to do it. Get some training on it if you don't already have pretty good tactical training on your firearm, because that'll go away. And then stand by. But you need to do that. It needs to go fairly high on your list. It's probably impossible. You know, I don't shop. I'm not on the internet that much. I bet you it's darn near impossible to buy a good firearm today, and ammo will go through the roof again. But as you can, get this stuff. And most of you have firearms, right? I know you do. And you can order ammo online. Get ammo. I'm talking thousands of rounds of ammo. And go train. Take some classes. Learn how to use your firearm. Because the time is coming when you're not going to be able to train. Could all go away in November. Or actually January, right? Could also not. It's time to start thinking big thoughts. Where are your lines in the sand? What are you willing to do? Remember the Jews in World War II? Don't get on the bus. All right, I'll see you out there.